SpiceJet ran into turbulent weather as it began nosediving, and its promoters realized the control levers were no longer responding. They sent an SOS to former promoter Ajay Singh, who jumped into the cockpit to steer the airline back to safety and success. Farah Bookwala Vora tells you the story of how Ajay Singh, in just a year, has turned the fortunes of an airline that was on the brink of death.
Passengers have to run from one counter to the other, from one place to the other to find out, because nobody is answering the telephone.
ये बोल रहे हैं कि आधे घंटे बाद जाएंगे, 1 घंटे बाद जाएंगे, ऐसे लोगों को बेवकूफ बना रहे हैं.
The flights that had been scheduled to take off after 4 p.m. have also been delayed, or there is no clear status on some of these flights. Exactly a year ago, SpiceJet's every waking moment had turned into a living nightmare. Saddled by a 1,600 crore rupee debt and losses of 3,500 crore rupees, the airline found itself skidding off the runway. SpiceJet defaulted on payments, lessors took back planes, and the airline cancelled over 100 flights a day. Help did not come from the owner and media baron Kalanidhi Maran, who refused to infuse further cash into the airline. Banks too were unwilling to aid the airline, haunted by memories of the Kingfisher debacle. When no one came to its rescue, SpiceJet's former promoter Ajay Singh decided to take the airline under his wing. To Singh, this was the least he could do for an airline that he himself had founded in 2005 with UK-based investor Bhupendra Kansagra. In January, Singh and a clutch of investors acquired the entire 58.46% stake that Maran and his KAL Airways owned in SpiceJet. Under his 1,500 crore rupee revival plan, new chairman Ajay Singh laid out a dramatic strategy that benefited from tailwinds such as falling crude prices. Cutting costs and maximizing revenues was the focus. Unprofitable routes were let go of, prudent inventory management was followed, and contracts were renegotiated.
An extremely important part of what we are about to do is to bring the cost down to a competitive level. We also need to work hard to ensure that revenues increase. We need to also ensure that we revert to a low-cost airline model, which is essentially trying to have a network which is far more contained than it currently seems to be. So it's essentially back to the basics for SpiceJet.
The plan paid rich dividends. After 5 quarters of straight losses under the Marans, SpiceJet flew into 3 straight quarters of profits. In November, it recorded a load factor of 90.7%, the highest amongst 11 domestic airlines. This was also the 7th consecutive month of the airline recording a load factor above 90%. The dramatic turn in fortunes has made SpiceJet the world's best performing airline stock, with its scrip surging 340% between December 2014 and November 2015. Back on its feet, SpiceJet is now looking to expand. By March 2016, it hopes to close the deal to purchase 100 planes from Airbus and Boeing and 50 small planes from Bombardier.
SpiceJet is one of the very few airlines around the world which will be placing significant orders this year, given the global slowdown.
SpiceJet's turnaround has also enthused foreign investors, with speculations rife that Qatar Airways may invest into the carrier. In Mumbai, Farah Bookwala Vora.
Well, that's the turnaround story for 2015 SpiceJet. Coming up next, we take you inside